Hey folks, this video is about a mini series that came out, a true crime documentary. It's The Son of Sam. This is Into the Darkness. It, of course, talks about David Berkowitz's killings. He was born in 1953, birthed in New York City. He originally was called the 44 caliber killer, but later on you have notes saying, "Hey, I am the Son of Sam." Yo. And during his crime spree, started from late 1975 to 1977. He had like 6 kills, 7 wounded. And but this documentary came out in May of 2021. It's mostly talked about Murray Terry, who got really crazy about the whole thing. He tried to during one he's working at IBM, and then some reason got a thing about it, and then he just noticed there's some things he didn't really understand the whole crime, like the different the drawings of him. David on his killing spree didn't look the same, different people. He totally went on his 40-year mission, saying there's some kind of cult going on. He was part of the cult, a bigger thing. There were rich people, kitty pornography, and murders around the United States. One of them, he said, was maybe part of it was the killing happened in Stanford in the 1970s in the church. It turns out it was a security guard who found the body and reported it. And it turns out he was a killer 40 years later with DNA tests. And the funny thing about it, when he got killed, he killed himself, but when he was about to get arrested, they found the book in his apartment. That's one of the things they said. There was a lot of stuff, but this is one of the only thing they talked about. They found the guy's apartment. It happened somewhere in San Jose. And I think that you can tell about the interviews he had with David, the Son of Sam, was he just totally played with this guy. He just made everybody want to hear. Terry was not a great, interviewer. He didn't really, get, the far facts. You're doing studies about this, but once again, he claimed he went too far deep into this rabbit hole. About the whole cult thing and stuff like that. It claimed that there was more than one person going around killing. And at one point, they were doing stuff films. Shooting people and filming it. But there's no proof of that it's happening. But it's just his studies or something like that. His research. And once again, he wasn't really a detective. He was working at IBM. He's got involved and stuff. He didn't deep in, it's a part of how far you want to go in how far you want to go in a rabbit hole. And sometimes, but it's a really dark, gritty documentary. Nothing really, you feel like take a shower when you're done watching it. It's just really dark and gritty series. But even into true crime and stuff like that, or series, this is a great series for you. Once again, Rotten Tomatoes only getting 30% right now. It was okay. It was just, I think it's just, some of the stuff is just overblown and stuff, but just my opinion. But they talked to the people involved with it, the detectives in the series. They talked about how the newspapers were trying to sell newspapers, so they have their own. They try to outdo the other person during this. But a lot of times this is like the summer when the blackout, the hottest days ever. A lot of scenes going around in the 70s. And of course, a lot of serial killers going around, during that time too. It was like the 70s were the decade of serial killers, and early 80s, something like that. So let me know what you think. You watch this series, what you think about the whole thing. Are you ever watched the Spike Jones, not Spike Jones, Spike Lee's his Son of Sam movie that came out a couple years ago. I didn't write down what year it was, but look up Spike Lee's, you'll look up his series. And it kind of shows the paranoid people were, that girls had cut their hair short. Wigs were big, where people were buying wigs, because I guess his thing was he was killing a bunch of long hair brunettes. So, if you're long hair brunette, do you wear a wig or something, or dye your hair, or stuff like that. So, that's the paranoid craziness going on. There's a good chance the police officers are going, trying to rush things, just trying to get it over with, or they're trying to cover it up. It could be saying it's one person, could be many other people try to cover it, so it won't be a big old panic and some cults going around killing people. But interesting series. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. And hope I hear from you. I really like to hear some comments about these kind of stuff, either true crimes, like that, or South Park calls it crime porn or something. All right, bye.